What's up guys, welcome back by this new video. Today I'm going for first time doing the Spring Cup in the Great League Edition, but yeah, this is my team. We started with Shadow Victreebel, Tentacruel and Seaking. Shadow Victreebel, Grass and Poison, has Razor Leaf as fast move, Acid Spray and Leaf Tornado as charge moves. Tentacruel, Water and Poison type, has Poison Jab as fast move, Scald and Acid Spray as charge moves, and Seaking, just a pure water type, is has Poison Jab as fast move, Icy Wind and Drill Run as charge moves. And if you maybe you will notice it, but the entire team is just based on decreasing the opponent's attack and defense stats, because Acid Spray, 2 stages of defense drop, Icy Wind, 1 stage of attack drop, both 100%, and then my Shadow Victreebel has a chance with Leaf Tornado to decrease the opponent's attack twice, and as well with Tentacruel with Scald is a possibility to lower that attack once. So yeah, into the first match I would say. So, into the first match. I'm really excited for this because it went quite well. We're going against E9069. We're starting great Shadow Victreebel into a Bruxish. Shadow Victreebel absolutely destroyed that Bruxish. And I'm going here for a Leaf Tornado. But because he just stayed in with his Bruxish, I thought maybe he's just weak to Shadow Victreebel in the back as well. Maybe. So I switched into my Tentacruel. Unfortunately, my Leaf Tornado didn't give me that attack drop. But yeah, right now opponent switches into an Impellion. I'm continuing with my Tentacruel. Opponent goes for a Drill Pack, but because I am Acid Sprayed, I have to shield this move. Going here for a very nice Scald. It almost KOs that Impellion, and here I will let the Drill Pack KO me. Then I'm going into my Seaking, going for the perfect Poison Jab farm down. That's double not very effective. Going here for a Drill Run into the Tentacruel. Opponent didn't know that Seaking's moveset, and I just won the match. However, it's still, the whole entire video is about this team. Seaking did the most things, in my opinion. But yeah, right now second match, Shadow Victreebel into a Wishcash, Dream Lead. Opponent, she switches straight into a Mantine. That's very fun because that Pokemon was banned. Or at least had needed to be banned, had supposed to be. So yeah, but later in the video you will see that I don't really see Mantines anymore. Maybe one time only, only in the first week then. So yeah, I'm continuing here, but that Pokemon is just very annoying, and Niantic made just a mistake with that. So yeah, opponent, yeah, she aerial aces me down. Going into my Seaking here. I will stay in with my Seaking, going for an Icy Wind. That does quite okay amount of damage against that Wishcash. And then Shadow Victreebel. Shadow Victreebel, I have to say, it does great damage against that Tentacruel. I'm shielding this Acid Spray. Unfortunately, it's the Acid Spray. And here I had to try to go for the KO at the same time, and then hopefully throw a Leaf Tornado and get that attack lowerness, so I could have won. But opponent, she went for Scald and even got an attack drop, so I've lost. Into the third match right now. We're going against Hella Madrid. Shadow Victreebel into an Abomasnow. I'm switching straight into a Seaking. Opponent is throwing a Lantern in. That means I can very have a very good response with a drill run Seaking. He went right now for a surf bait, but I just really wanted to poison chip down or at least KO him, so I went here for the icy wind. That opponent shielded it, but yeah, I just wanted to win switch because of his other Pokemon. So opponent went for surf. I'm continuing with the poison chips, and I can just barely make it to a very nice icy wind. Opponent came with his Abomasnow. I went for my Tentacruel here. Opponent will throw a very nice energy ball, but it's an attack lowered one, so I could pretty easily let it go. I went here for Acid Spray to lower that opponent's attack defense, and very nicely he shielded it, so I could very easily throw in my own Shadow Victreebel. Hopefully that opponent wouldn't have that Sludge Bomb, but it was only Leaf Blade, that's double, not very effective, and I could very easily destroy and Razor Leaf that opponent down. Here I'm making a mistake. I had to go for that Acid Spray because that was not super effective, but Leaf Tornado as well did the job. So into the fourth match, 2 wins into 1 lose. And yeah, my team is very good. As you can see, we're going against Davido on Go. We're starting very interesting against the Golisopod. That's not really a Pokemon we see, or at least I saw many times in this cup. So opponent switched into a Tentacruel. I went once again for the Leaf Tornado, hopefully to get that attack lowerness. Switched then into my own Tentacruel, but unfortunately, I was unlucky once again. And that's unlucky count number 3 or something. So yeah, opponent threw out a very nice Acid Spray on me. I went here straight for the Scald to deal some heavy damage. Once again, not an attack drop. So bad luck number 4. Opponent went for another Acid Spray. Opponent switched into Golisopod. That means I had to go here for a Scald. Opponent once again no attack, but this wasn't really necessarily, so I didn't need it. I went here for the very nice Acid Spray to lower that defense, and then my Shadow Victreebel could just absolutely destroy that Lantern. Opponent went for Surf, and I Razor Leaf that thing just in 5 or 6 hits, so very fast. And I won once again. So into the last match of the first streak right now. Right now the first streak went totally great. We are really excited by. But here we started in a very bad lead. Yeah, Shadow Victreebel into Wheezing. I switched straight into Seaking. I didn't know what kind of moveset opponent had, so I just let it go. I went here straight for Drill Run. I had to go for that Icy Wind. Just for the bait. To get that attack drop, but unfortunately I did not, so I had to shield this. But then opponent switched into a Pelipper. So I went here for an Icy Wind. That did quite some okay amount of damage against Pelipper. And Seaking did his job, so he could just die. With 1 HP, no. So then into Tentacruel, I switched into Shadow Victreebel, but this was very unfortunate because opponent went for Hurricane. But yeah, my Shadow Victreebel wasn't really good against anything here, so yeah, I messed up and I lost this match. I think I will commit this match a little bit later, or I'm still trying. At least I went here for a Scald. Finally getting an attack lowerness on the opponent, going here for another Scald. Nicely before the opponent makes it to a move, but opponent switches very nicely to get rid of his attack lowerness. I went here for Scald. This time I got lucky with an attack drop. But yeah, I couldn't really do anything. Opponent was 3 times lowered, but unfortunately At the end, he could made it to one sludge. That was very close. And then made lost the game. But at least 3 wins was very nice. Got the Phalanx, that was very bad. But yeah, up to the second streak. And guys, if you want to see more of this amazing content, definitely press that like and subscribe button, because I really want to make it by 400 subscribers by the end of the month, and I can only do it by your help. So definitely press that subscribe button. And right now, into the first match of the second streak. Starting quite bad, Shadow Victreebel into a Tentacruel. I will stay in here because it was quite an okay lead. Then switch into my Seaking to save my Shadow Victreebel for maybe something potential later and not to throw a shield away. But the opponent had the Sludge Wave as move. I went here for an Icy Wind. That opponent really was lucky to get, that I could make it to an Icy Wind just yet, because that Sludge Wave was completely a surprise for me. Right now, Sludge Wave once again, and I went here for a very nice Poison Jab farm down. Nicely before opponent could make it to a move. Opponent went right now for an Azumarill. That means I had to go for an Acid Spray to lower that defense. Then switch into my Shadow Victreebel to deal some massive damage. Opponent went into a Togekiss. That's quite interesting one. I lowered his defense status, and I wanted to go here for the Poison Jab farm down, but that will cost me 1 shield because opponent went for Aerial. But nicely I could very easily destroy. Then here I could go for the Scald, but instead I went for the Acid Spray. I think that was a better option. And then for a Scald, and that will be able to KO that Azumarill and makes a win for me. Very nice one. Pretty solid. Opponent did it quite nice as well. But yeah. Right now into the second match of the second streak. Against the weird name guy. Shadow Victreebel against the Pelipper. This was a quite hard one, difficult. I went into a Seaking straight. Opponent went into a Trevenant, and I was very happy because my Shadow Victreebel couldn't do really against this. And because opponent probably didn't know the moveset of Seaking having Icy Wind, I could just go here for the Poison Jab farm down. And nicely Icy Wind. So opponent went then for a Carving. In my opinion, I had to go here for a Drill Run, but instead I wanted to lower his attack status. So I went for an Icy Wind. I don't know why. Then I went here for a very nice Drill Run that did massive damage, in my opinion. Then I didn't want to get hit by a Rock Slide on my Shadow Victreebel, so I went for Tentacruel. Tentacruel will be met by 2 of those Rock Slides, but they didn't do really hurtful damage, because still that Carving was 1-time attack dropped. But then I went here for a very nice Acid Spray to get to lower that defense from the opponent. I thought the opponent would go for a Hurricane, but instead he went for Weather Ball, and then I could just make a very nice response with my Shadow Victreebel and just Razor leave him completely down. He went for still a Weather Ball, but he lost with 2 shields. So right now into the third match of the second streak with 2 wins against Mon 1482X. Started very bad against an Empyrean. Opponent went into a Lantern that I was very happy with. I went for a very nice Drill Run, and opponent just let it go. So I was very happy with that. But then I realized I didn't really needed the shield, because opponent would then throw a move anyway, and I would have lost some very important shields here. But I still did it. I don't know why. Then I hoped opponent will throw back his Empyrean, but no. So I went for an Icy Wind to lower that deck status of that Galarian Wheezing. I had to go first for the Drill Run, I noticed, because then the match became a lot harder. So I went here for my Shadow Victreebel, and opponent had an overheat ready, hoping that I would switch into my Shadow Victreebel. But then I realized, yeah, my Shadow Victreebel was pretty useless in this match. So opponent went for another overheat. I went for the complete farm down. I went first for the acid spray. That somehow the opponent shielded it. He hoped that I went for the Scald. Still interesting decision. Then I went for the Scald. That did quite some damage. Opponent went for Hydro Cannon, and then it was a race. But the new Steel Wing Empalion is just too fast with energy generation, and I couldn't do really much against the Drillback, so I've lost. Very unfortunate, but it wouldn't really matter, because right now into the fourth match of the second streak, 2 wins into 1 lose. Shadow Victreebel into a Tentacruel, once again a very bad lead, so I switched straight into Seaking. Seaking was just a Pokemon that was a pretty safe switch, I would say. All the other Pokemon were most of the time super effective against me, but I could just really outpace them with my Poison Chip and then throw an Icy Wind at them. Here I just wanted to go for 1 Icy Wind to lower that attack and maybe get a shield from the opponent that I got. So then I realized, I will risk it. I will go for the Poison Chip farm down. So opponent had to throw 4 Bullet Seeds to make it 2 and potential Grass Knot. He made it, but he died straight after that. So here I went for a Drill Run against the Tentacruel. Opponent very nicely shielded that move. I went for another Drill Run here. That was very important. Did massive damage. Went into my Tentacruel. Opponent will throw an Acid Spray. So I wanted to switch. It was on a simultaneous switch. And opponent will throw a Wish Cash. And my Shadow Victreebel was just completely perfect against him. So yeah, right now against Rebler, something like that. Shadow Victreebel into Pelipper, one of the worst leads ever. I switched straight into Seaking against the Pelipper. Went for the Icy Wind. Opponent made a very nice catch into his Ferrothorn. And yeah, Ferrothorn is actually an entire core breaker for my team. That's the real core breaker. And Empalion wasn't the best as well, but yeah, I didn't want to throw my Shadow Victreebel into this match, but then I realized maybe I had to throw that Pokemon in. I don't know why, because I forgot that the opponent still had a Pelipper in the bag. But yeah, I went here for a very nice Cult. Opponent, I don't know why he shielded that move, but he shielded the move. I just let this go. I could just survive it, just barely. Went for a very nice Scald here. KO'd that Ferrothorn. Then I went into my Shadow Victreebel. I had to shield all those moves because Shadow Victreebel is just as classy as, I would say, maybe Cacturne. That probably will be a video about soon, maybe. Opponent went for a Weather Ball, and then in the back he had a Galarian Weezing. But I couldn't do much. I had to get that, maybe that attack drop from that Leaf Tornado or maybe Acid Spray. It was just a decision for me. But yeah, I wasn't unable to make it to any more moves. So I was just dead. Opponent had just a very nice core breaker team against me. But at least I tried. And I won 3 times at the end. So yeah, it wasn't that really of a problem. Because right now I had 6 wins out of 10 matches, so that was quite okay. And right now into the third streak. I won't spoil it right now, but third streak went quite great. Here I didn't realize that my game just crashed. Just still an annoying Go Battle League error. That costed me 20 seconds around that. Right now against Cox. Shadow Victreebel into Pelipper. I wanted to switch straight into a Seaking. Opponent switched into a Roserade. But yeah, Roserade is quite a good Pokemon because it has that Weather Ball move of a fire type. So yeah, here I hope the opponent will throw in a Leaf Tornado or a Leaf Storm. So that was the matter. So I could throw here another Icy Wind and hopefully KOing the opponent. It was successful. Opponent went into Tentacruel. I really hope that I could make it to a Trail Run, and I could. So that's very nice. Going here for a Trail Run. That almost KO'd the Tentacruel. Opponents get Tentacruel already, and then, I realized maybe I don't have to throw in my Tentacruel against that Pelipper. Just waiting till the opponent acid sprays me down and then switch into Shadow Victreebel. But it was a simultaneous safe switch into, he threw his Pelipper out. He went for a Weather Ball, but I expected that Weather Ball would do a little bit more amount of damage. But it was then a simultaneous KO, and then a fully healthy Tentacruel bout against just a completely destroyed one. And I've won that one. So yeah, that was very nice. So right now into the second match of the third streak. And against Tim, we needed one more win to make it to 8 wins. We started really bad against a Ferrothorn, but then I realized maybe that Ferrothorn has Power Whip F Thunder, so why not just stay in here? And I just stayed in. Opponent went for Power Whip. And I did more fast move pressure against him than he did that against me. Then he switched into Pelipper. I went for Leaf Tornado, but another unsuccessful attack drop 2 stages. I think it's 50%, so yeah, that's quite interesting. I shielded the Hurricane very nicely. Went here for an undercharged Icy Wind, because I wanted to farm, but it was a risky move. But opponent went for, I think, 7 wing attacks, and I could just perfectly farm him down with my Poison Jab. Opponent went into a Ferrothorn return, and I just wanted to let this go because I had still my Shadow Victreebel. So I went into Shadow Victreebel, opponent went into Tentacruel, and right now it was a fight, Tentacruel against Tentacruel. Pretty difficult one. I want to let the first attack go, opponent went straight for an Acid Spray. I didn't want to risk anything, so I went straight for the Scald. And once again, not an attack drop in a very important spot. Still wanted to save my shield for my Shadow Victreebel. And here I maybe had needed to go for an Acid Spray. But opponent still didn't shield, so I was very happy with that. And here it was just a risky move. Very quite energy fast pressure, Ferrothorn against, and double not very effective Shadow Victreebel, but at least I've won. I could just fast attack him down. So that was my second win in the third streak. So right now against the third match of the third streak, Shadow Victreebel into Pelipper once again. I switched once again into my Seaking. Went for a very nice Icy Wind that the opponent properly shielded it. No, he let it go. So this was a very risky decision. But the opponent went straight for Hurricane. I realized that most of the people really love to shield really love to throw straight the Hurricane instead of baiting. So that's quite interesting. I went for the Icy Wind on the CMP with the Ferrothorn. Opponent went for Power Whip. And then I could very easily throw in my Shadow Victreebel in without real problems. But then, and then the unsuccessful thing happened. Opponent had a Flash Cannon that almost one-shot me. So that was quite annoying. I went on the CMP with a Leaf Tornado. This Leaf Tornado almost KO'd that Ferrothorn. An opponent in the back would have a Galarian Weezing. That's just absolutely not, weak to Tentacruel. But he had a brutal swing. Why not? So I had to go here for a Scald. I had to go for the Acid Spray. Made a mistake. At least I got that attack drop. The opponent nicely shielded into his Pelipper. Made it to a little simple weather ball. So this time I went for the acid spray on the CMP. I had to go for that one. Opponent went for brutal swing. This acid spray. Got a shield from the opponent. And then just to be safe, I went for the Scald and KO'd the opponent. So I won another match in the third streak. And right now, with 3 wins, we went into the 4th match of the third streak. Against Asmarton, something like that. Started Tentacruel Victreebel into Shadow Victreebel into a Tentacruel, so I switched immediately into my Seaking. Opponent could outbase me. I wanted to let this go. It will be an acid spray, so it wouldn't really matter. I went for an Icy Wind, but opponent switched nicely, made a catch on the Galarian Rapidash, and I knew Galarian Rapidash will be annoying against my other Pokemon, so I just wanted to shield here and just use all my shields here and save up a ton of energy. So opponent went for another body slam, and I could just perfectly poison jab him down. Then opponent will throw back his Tentacruel. I went for my Drill Run. That did massive damage. Here I maybe had to go for the Icy Wind, but I went for another Drill Run that the opponent shielded it. Wouldn't really matter. I went here for into my own Tentacruel. And yeah, Tentacruel is just one of the most important Pokemon. So then, very interesting one. Shadow Victreebel into an Fairy Wind Meowth. That's because of the energy generation. But Iron Head KO'd me in one shot. That was quite interesting. So opponent went here for another Iron Head. That did once again quite some damage. I didn't want to risk another move at me, so I went for an Acid Spray. Hope to be that it will be enough. But opponent could made it to another Iron Head, and I thought, oh no, please don't mess it up this right now. But luckily enough, I could just outpace the opponent and make it to a Scald and KO the opponent here. So yeah, that became my 4th win. I claimed already one reward, the 770 Stardust. Just a little mistake, but right now into the last match against Agnes Eva. Started great, Shadow Victreebel into Wigglytuff. My entire team was just good against that Wigglytuff, so for me it wasn't really a problem at all. I went here for shield because of that Icy Wind from her. But she went then into a Greninja that I didn't really know why. Went for Leaf Tornado. Unfortunately, once again, didn't got the shield. But then I went for a shield on her Night Slash. And yeah, I wanted to save my Shadow Victreebel this time. Maybe for something later. Could throw in that Leaf Tornado straight, but I didn't want to risk. So opponent only had a Poliwrath left and a little HP Wigglytuff. I could very easily do my thing here. Opponent went for Scald and a very nice switch into Wigglytuff. And that's the reason I could made it to an Icy Wind. If she went for a very nice one counter, then she could KO me. But then I went into my Shadow Victreebel, went for the Leaf Tornado, and my Tentacruel didn't even have to go in. So I very nice won this match. I claimed my rank reward, getting the Marowak, Alola Marowak. And yeah, third streak went very well. That I really claimed my rank. And that's it, guys. We had a very nice first and second streak with both 3 wins, but the last streak went completely well. An entire streak we have won in, I think, pretty high ranking because we already rank, oh, we cannot see, ranks 18, if we can see this little. But yeah, 11 wins out of 15. very high score, high win rate, so really like it. And I hope you really liked it as well. I really want to recommend this team for you guys because it's fun to try your luck out with decreasing opponent's attack and decreasing opponent's defense. However, Tentacruel and Seaking both can do it with Icy Wind and Acid Spray. So yeah, it's just your opinion. But anyway, guys, I hopefully you liked the video. Definitely press that like and subscribe button. It always helps my channel, and I really want to make it to 400 subscribers. So definitely press that subscribe button. Hopefully you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out, guys.